What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Twisted Life of TV. I am Poetry. You are here for another recap and review of Raising Kanan since season 3, episode 9. Chickens coming home to roost. Child, let me tell you, we got one more episode of this season. So Friday night is the season finale. I am thinking of doing a live review for the season finale. I don't know. So don't set it in stone, but it's possible. There may be a live review. Okay, so one of the things that I have feared this season is that Lou was not going to make it through this entire season. And the way that this episode started off is really making me believe that that is going to be true. So we open up. Lou is no longer spiraling out of control. He has spiraled. He has gone downhill hella fucking fast. And he is standing outside right now in the middle of the night with a megaphone in his hand. He might as well have one. Screaming to the world how him and his sister are natural born killers. Who else you need me to kill for you, Rock? We killers, baby. That's what we do. We killers. When it starts off, Kanan is narrating, saying how, he don't like to be sitting alone, because when he sit alone, he gotta confront the one person who scares him in life, and that's himself. That's what Lou is dealing with right now. He is confronting all of his demons. He confronted them to the point where he has brought them to Rock's doorstep and bring them to her so she can confront them too. And he said, you own me. So here I am. Come and get me. Come and take me. Take me as I am. And I'm like, Lou Thomas. Lou. What is going on, baby boy? Like, you really fucking around right now. You really fucked up right now in more ways than one. And like I said last episode, I'm not sure why the hell Marvin didn't see this shit. Why you gonna go make a drunk ass man go and kill somebody? He was already drunk to the point that he confessed, and now you finna go have this drunk man do. It didn't make sense, but here we are. Lou is out of it. Rock comes out the house, gets him talking about, my neighbors don't want to hear your shit, don't want to hear your mess. Bring your ass on in here, right? So she bring him on in the house. The next morning, we see her sitting up there talking with Marvin. Your brother's out of motherfucking control. Okay? And I got Mama coming by here tomorrow to keep an eye on him, or today, one of the two, right? Today, because she got some things to do. And I'm thinking, not your mama, okay? The woman who triggers him even more than you do, you brought her around. Now, I don't know if nobody else noticed this but me. There has not been one episode that Marvin has been involved with the mother. We have not seen Marvin interact with that mama at all. It started off with Rock interacting with her. And now this season we're getting a lot more of Lou interacting with her. But we have never seen Marvin interact with this mama. And her character is more gross of a person than she was when she was introduced in season 1. In season 1, she kind of had this holy roller vibe. Like, I want to Bible thump your ass. No, I used to be out there in the streets, but now I have received God type of mentality, and I look down on you now. That's the type of vibe I got from her now. Now it just seems like she's just a narcissistic ass bitch. That's all I'm getting from her, the mama right now. Money hungry and narcissist, which is basically Rock. Okay, if you really get. It's basically Rock, and she has this hate for her fucking son, which I'm not understanding. Lou must look just like his damn daddy. He must look just like him. We already know he followed in the path. His daddy was into music and Lou's into music, just two different, levels of the game, but he must look just like him, because this woman got some sincere disdain for her son. Like I said, we haven't seen her interaction with Marvin. We just heard that, she wasn't the best mom, but he don't seem to hate her like Lou does either. Well, Marvin and Rock having this back and forth about what to do with Lou, okay? And, right now, Mama just got to keep his ass off the street. Keep him in the house, and he'll sober the fuck up and let him shut the fuck up, right? And Marvin is trying to tell him, look, we need to look out for our little brother. But Rock on this business shit, right? She all about the money. She say, well, you must think I'm cold-hearted. We've been saying this since season 1. You a cold-hearted bitch. Okay? You cold-hearted. We've been saying, everybody been saying it, right? I told you it's like they listen to my reviews. Hey, 50. It's like they listen to my reviews or something, and then they put it in the script. And she said, I know you think that way. She say, however, everybody got to be accountable for their own shit. I stand on mine. I take responsibility for my actions. And I'm like, no, you don't. You really don't, Rock. You really don't. Okay? She think that everything that Lou feels is his own burden to carry. You are part of the blame for that. But she don't want to take responsibility for nothing that's happening with Lou, because he's a grown-ass man now. He make his own decisions. No, honey, you have groomed your little brother into being the man that he is today. And a lot of people, when they have to go through that grooming stage as a child, it's hard for them to break that cycle, even in the old age. Okay? Trust me, your girl, know and understand. I almost didn't watch this episode, child, only because I did not want to see a narcissistic ass, lying ass mama on the TV screen this weekend. I really didn't. But I had to get this to y'all. So, Lou, mama come by a little later. And she was like, look at you now. You ain't shit. Looking just like... She wanted to say, looking just like your damn daddy. What Prince Daddy's mama say? You ain't shit, ain't never gonna be shit because your daddy ain't shit. Or that was Prince Daddy said that shit. One of the two, any child. Anywho, she burnt his food. Burnt it to a crisp. I'm surprised that when he picked that goddamn toast up, it didn't fall into croutons. It was so burnt. And talking about, you better eat this. And you ungrateful as a motherfucker if you don't. Ooh. Triggered. I am triggered. Ooh, child. But yeah, she told him basically that you ain't shit, Look at you. Look at you. You ain't nothing. I mean, the words just hit him like daggers. To the point he's like, I ain't finna listen to this shit. She didn't want to beat her anyway. She was like, well, I'm going to tell Rock I tried to stop him. You ain't trying to stop shit. You don't give a fuck about him. Like I said, you didn't want to beat her anyway. Rock had to pay you to come in there and help take care of your son. So the fact that she even called you for help, I'm surprised. Because Rock don't give a fuck either. Rock said we need to get this work done. And right now, Lou ain't doing nothing but being a distraction to business like he's been doing for the past year. Being a fucking distraction. And Marvin is like, no, he need help. If I can clean myself up and get myself right, he can do it too. And Rock is like, that motherfucker don't want no help. He don't want no help. You can only help those who want to help themselves. And even if he didn't want help, I don't give a fuck. Just gonna add that part on the Rock. That's the key thing. You don't give a fuck. And you have acknowledged that maybe you just are a cold-hearted bitch. She's a cold-hearted snake. She don't play by rule. Ooh, ooh. That was Rebe, wasn't it? Rebe Jackson? Mm-hmm. Okay, so Lou, as he leaves out the house, he heads down to the bar. He's listening to famous track. He gives the track to Shirley, and he tell her, look her, I'm about to dipset on that ass, okay? He don't say it in so many words, but he gotta go. There's nothing around here for him anymore. And it makes me wonder, because we ain't seen next episode yet, if Lou does make it past season 3. Which I don't think he will. But if he does, is he just out there still alive somewhere? Because when Kanan died, Kanan was about 40, which makes Lou probably like in his 50s, 60s. He might be still out there somewhere. Just disappeared from the face of the earth. Or just gone. Took off. You remember how Marvin tried to pay the little drug dealer to get the fuck out of town? Get the hell out of Dodge? Maybe that's what's happening with Lou. But we ain't seen the finale yet. I just don't think he's going to make it past the finale, y'all. I just don't think he is. And he almost didn't make it past this episode. Because he out there on the street, drunk again. Fuck the hell up to be damned, right? She like say, Shirley called, let Marvin know, your boy just came through here. He don't sound like he in a good space. And we don't know when he coming back. You know, the Famous came down there to get the track. And, you know, he was like, well, when he come back? She's like, I don't know. He need to work on himself. Maybe he gonna be gone for a day. Maybe he gonna be gone for a week. Nobody knows, right? And Famous was smart enough to like, hey, you know what? I need to keep my ass out of trouble. Can I be down here in the studio recording while he gone? And Shirley was like, you can do it, but you can't work. You can't be down here for free. So he got a job now, finally. He ain't going back to school. He gonna work in the damn lounge, pay his way so he can go and record music. I hope somebody taught him how to use the boards. Was Lou teaching him how to use the boards or Capone? I don't know. He might know how to work the boards. Ain't no telling. But he gonna be down there recording, down there working with Shirley. As right now, Lou is 3 sheets to the wind, literally and figuratively speaking. Some little shorties rolled up on him, or I don't even know if they were shorties because I didn't watch the episode. I listened to it, and they tried to stick him up, you know. And the way that Lou was acting is like he wanted them to kill him. He was like, all right, do what y'all gonna do. You gonna take me down? Take me down. And then they was like, what the fuck is wrong with this dude? You know what I'm saying? You know, usually when people, they try to rob somebody who is like literally out of their mind type crazy, sometimes people with common sense will leave them the fuck alone. You may still have some people that like want to take advantage of that fact, but then you got some people that like, fuck wrong with this dude? Well, Lou ass started shooting at them, to try to make them shoot at them. It sounded to me like Lou got hit. But then I heard him talking out loud like, y'all motherfuckers can't even take a nigga down right. Damn, like he was disappointed that he wasn't shot and he wasn't going to his grave right now. Poor Lou, Lord have mercy. Next we go over to Jukebox, baby. She got a little, I was gonna call her mint breath. What is the girl name? Aisha and her, it seems like they're having a sleepover because Aisha in her pajamas and she dancing. Aisha is a horrible dancer. She's horrible and she knows it. And, you know, Juke is trying to give her some thumbs up and lift her up, you know, build her up, build her self-esteem up. Like, you ain't that bad. Yes, she is. Okay. They didn't tell you. I'm surprised they picked her to be part of the group. Maybe it's just the voice, but she can't move. She can't move at all. You know, so, you know, at this particular time, Aisha asked her about Nicole because she see a picture of her and she learned that Nicole, they didn't break up, that she actually died, you know. And their bond is getting stronger. That's pretty much what's going on here. They go down to rehearsal the next day. And, you know, they got their shit going on and their body rolling and the butter is boiling, you know. The butter is boiling, you know, the butter going on. The song wasn't too bad, you know. It did sound like all 3 voices were the exact same to me. Now, I know that Haley Kilgore can fucking blow, okay? The girl that's playing Jukebox. That girl can fucking blow. I don't know who Crystal is. I don't know who Aisha is. If they sing with other groups or they have or whatever, or they've been on like The Voice or some shit like that. I don't know who they are, but I know that Haley Kilgore can blow. Okay. So the song really, to me, wasn't Jukebox. But I guess it's supposed to be one voice, one sound, you know, like on, what is this? Drumline? One voice, one sound. Is that Drumline? I think that's Drumline. Okay, so Nakia, the wolf, she made Jukebox the lead of the group. And basically she asked should they go through like the whole routine one more time. And Crystal was like, maybe. And Juke gave a definitive answer like, nah, because you ain't gonna do nothing but get mad, because we ain't gonna do nothing but mess up. So no, we shouldn't go through it no more. And because she, know what to say, when to say it, Lakia praising for that, but she let him know this ain't set in stone. She could fuck up anytime, and I can put anybody else up in the front. But as of right now, Juke is the lead. They got one more day before this big showcase. I guess that's gonna show in the finale. One more day for them to perform, and then it's gonna be on and popping. You know what I'm saying? But so come back tomorrow. Come back tomorrow with a motherfucking plan. Come on time. Come with your voice warmed up and get your fucking moves together, Aisha. Shit, you know what I'm saying? So, they feeling good about the rehearsal. They leave out. And who outside? Crystal and Kanan. All smush faced together. And Aisha's like, damn, that nigga moved on fast. You know what I'm saying? Girl, when you wasn't finna give up the goods, yeah, he moved on. I don't know when Kanan became this dog. He's only slept with 2 women in his life. And that was, what was her name? Davina. And then Palomar, the pedophile. He only slept with them 2 people in his life, you know what I'm saying? But all of a sudden now he just gangster, did that. He thugging out in the relationship, right? But he with Crystal, and Juke was ready to beat that ass because Juke already warned the bitch, stay the fuck away from my goddamn cousin. But the girl told her, fuck you, I'm gonna do what I wanna do, and that's what she doing. Right in their face. Got him. That's basically what she's saying. Got him, So, but Aisha's like, you know what? I ain't tripping off them. Why should I be worried about them when I got you? And she made the implication like, you got me, girl. That's the kind of implication she made. When they started the episode off and she was in the room in the dark and she body rolled and stuff, I thought she was giving Juke a lap dance. That's what I thought was going on. Was it just me? This episode seemed really disconnected from the last. Okay, not really disconnected, but disconnected from the last. It seemed to me like this is the episode that they came back with after the writer's strike was over. Because it seemed like some steps were skipped. That's what it seemed like to me. Some steps were skipped. Weird. Okay. So Juke, she left Crystal ass alone, gone about her merry way. She don't go home, right? She on the train one day, and all of a sudden 2 girls jump out like, "Hey, you jukebox?" She like, "Who the fuck are y'all?" Right? Well, these girls jumped out, and wanted to try to beat her ass. I was finna call them the Switchblade Sisters. Switchblade Sisters was some girls back in St. Louis. Used to live on the Horseshoe. My bad. And they get to fighting. They banging. This is the scene that we saw when they first announced this show, and they showed a scene where Jukebox was fighting somebody. This was that scene. We 3 seasons in, and we just not getting that damn scene. Juke was handling them 2 hoes though. She was handling them though. Of course, they had weapons. One of them might have had a blade, but I think one had a gun. In true New York fashion, ain't nobody stopped for nothing. They kept getting off the train, moving on the train, and this one girl holding up her little piece on Juke, and Juke had already beat the other girl ass and was about to take her bag and shit, and they getting off the train and ain't thinking none the wiser. This is everyday New York for them, you know what I'm saying? Juke showed back up at the practice the next day late, so Nakia was not happy. But you can clearly tell that Crystal had set that shit up. Because she's like, oh, I could do Jukebox part. I could know her steps. I know her vocals and this, that, and other. And Aisha like, yeah, I bet you do. I bet you do. Without even knowing what's really going on. She didn't even know the tea, right? But Juke comes in, like, my bad train was late. Nakia don't want to hear that shit. Nakia is what's the word I want to use for her? She is very strong-willed person. But I like the fact that she doesn't show them any favoritism. The way that she acts with one, she acts with all. Okay. And her approach may seem a bit harsh, but everything that she has said to them, I have agreed with as far as her, what they need to do as far as a group and becoming one unit. Okay. But yeah, Juke went up to her and she let Crystal know, look, bitch, your friends, they got a little muddied up. They got a few lumps on them. They ain't shit. And bitch, you ain't either. Okay. Well, Juke went down to the recruiting office to try to figure out what it was she could do if she needed to cancel her contract. And the recruiter tried to make it seem like, oh no, once you sign on the dotted line, you sign the contract, you in. That's not true, y'all. That's not true. If you have not left, you have not went through, okay, her medical exam and stuff that she went through MEPS, you usually don't do that until you get ready to leave. After you go through your medical, you doing all your swearing in, you signing your contract, you leave that same motherfucking day. You don't go back home. That's the one thing that they got wrong. Okay. But Juke done went back home. She doesn't have a departure date yet. But they say she signed the contract. Juke would have been gone. She wouldn't have signed the contract without a departure date. She would not have walked back out that building once you signed the contract. But okay. And he telling her that she can't get out. You can. And if you do, if you tell them that you want to change your mind, women, men over 18 can't change their mind. Women can change their mind. And they won't be allowed to join any branch of service if they decide to get out. And they won't be doing it with an honorable discharge either. Okay, but you can get out. Even back then, you could have got out. She could have got out. But he made it seem like, no, your country is now you committed to your country. After all this country has done for you, you know what I'm saying? You need to stick here and standing there with them. You in. Ain't no going back. You ain't no take-see backseat. Yes, it is. That's all you gotta do is fail boot camp. That's it. You know what I'm saying? That's all you gotta do is fail boot camp. Smoke a little weed. Because they do all the medical testing the night you getting ready to leave. You be up all motherfucking night long testing before you leave. You do not go back home. Anywho, jukebox. Like I said, after that situation, you can see that her Aisha is getting closer and closer and closer. And, you know, earlier she had thanked her for sharing, what she was able to share about Nicole, And Juke is like, I guess I feel comfortable enough to tell you. Oh, I wanted to tell you, yada, yada, this, yada, yada, that. Okay, so speaking of Nicole, then we got Burke. I didn't know who the fuck this man was. It was Burke's daddy. He came up on Bingham, Nicole's daddy. I was like, who is these two white dudes that look just alike? I'm so confused. And then he recognized him as Officer Burke. Like, yeah, I know who you are, Officer Burke. And I know that you were retired too. Whatever. But he wanted to talk to him about Nicole's death. Because he real, eyes open now. He real concerned about what happened to her. He done grieved a little bit. Now he want to figure out what the fuck happened. Okay? Officer. Like we said last episodes. Your instinct should have been up, officer. So Bingham said, you know what, I don't think we got nothing to talk about, but I'm going to go ahead and talk to you. He brought her on in and they had a conversation. He kept saying, look here, I know my wife was on a rampage, but I didn't believe everything that Burke was involved. I just didn't believe it in the beginning. It wasn't until another officer came by her and sealed the deal for me. He was like, well, who was that other officer? He said, well, he told me not to say nothing. And so then Burke just automatically put two and two together. Oh, that was Epps. That was the end of that situation, right? Well, speaking of Epps, he back at the station, right? And the dude who Placey about to take, okay, I forgot his name already. Something with an O. Whatever. He about to leave. So he gonna pass on what he know to Epps. And he's like, look here. We got Marvin Thomas pinned down on everything. We got him connected to the Italians. We got him connected to the Baisleys. We got him connected to the 40s. We got him connected, okay? So when I take off and you get this spot, because, Captain already said you got the job. Once you sign off on it, hit the ground running. Because the FBI want to put this to bed. And they want to put it to bed quick. Marvin Thomas is our dude, okay? And Burke sitting there acting surprised when you're the one that gave up Marvin. You're the one that put that in their ear that he was the one. Okay? Ooh. It's always a dirty ass cop, some motherfucking where. Always. This whole precinct is dirty to me. The whole precinct. The fact, and another reason, okay, I was talking about the disconnect. I knew, look, I'm the disconnected too. Nobody brought up Scrap Mama. Ping and then come to Epps and question him about what Scrap Mama was talking about. It ain't nobody said nothing about Scrap Mama yet. I'm quite sure people in the neighborhood heard gunshots. Thank y'all for letting me know last episode that was Lou was seeing his own reflection in the window. It wasn't no nose ass neighbor. Look, I told y'all I don't be watching sometimes. I be listening, but I appreciate that because I actually watched that and I did not see Lou in the damn window. I mean, not Lou, Scrap in the window. See, look, I'm fucking it up again. There was Scrap in the window. And there was another channel that I watch sometimes that was talking about that Scrap Mama wasn't dead. And the reason why that person believed Scrap Mama wasn't dead, because the person whose body hit the floor, when they showed the image of it, wasn't the same woman. It could have been a bad stunt double, bad editing. You know, this was at the time of the writer's strike was going on. Could have been bad editing at that particular time just to get something done. They probably couldn't get the mama back again to finish the scene, something like that. Anything could have happened. But yeah, because remember when Lou was in jail and Lou was sitting there and he kept seeing those two boys, and those two boys looked like Scrap and D-Wiz, and since he was drinking in the car right before he went up to go shoot her, and he was drinking on the porch too, he believed that the person that opened the door he thought was Scrap Mama but really wasn't, and that's who died. And maybe that's why we didn't hear nothing about Scrap's mama being dead. But we didn't hear nothing about Scrap's mama at all this particular episode. Okay, y'all let me know what y'all thought about that theory, because nobody said nothing on the video when I shared the video. Okay, so Marvin, like I said, Marvin is trying to be there for everybody, right? And he's of course trying to get Rock to help take care of Lou. That's the family, that's the blood, that's the, you know. In the meantime, Rock is like, you need to go handle find out what's going on with Kanan, because I heard that Kanan over there messing around with Snap and Pop and Ronnie ass. And Marvin's like, who you heard that from? Remember, she heard it from Juke. She don't want to tell her source is. But he was like, all right, I'm going to go run them down and figure out what's going on with that. She got to go handle business over there with the evidently Vietnamese. I told y'all the Vietnamese is the black Asians. The motherfuckers gangster. I told y'all that. I wasn't trying to figure out which one Quan was. And I told y'all too that most Chinese food places are owned by Vietnamese. But Quan's cousin is Chinese too. So anyway, okay. So Marvin, he got her watching Kanan move every little once in a while and everything, and he see him hand off something to one of the little bike boys, and the little biker boy ride out. So Marvin rolled down on the biker boy. He hem him up, figure out that it's heroin that he got in the bag. So when he goes back over and talks to Rock, when he goes back over and talks to Rock, he's able to tell Rock that Kanan is fucking around with some heroin. That's the job that he got with Rodney. At the same time, Rock then went over there to talk to Quan. Quan ain't happy with the business. Quan ain't happy that she ain't up and running her expanded business, even though she's still putting pieces in place, which is another disconnect that I have right here. But she's still putting pieces in place. And he lets her know, well, you got somebody out on the spot selling dope, and they dropping off with a courier. I thought that she watched Kanan give dope or give something to people before she did when she was at the school. She couldn't put two and two together then. Okay, it wasn't until Marvin said, and she walked in and said, we got a problem. Boom, she threw the dope on the table. And he like, yeah, that's Kanan shit. Okay, it really clicked in her head what the fuck was going on. Okay, so Kawan's basically telling her that she need to handle that shit. Now she realized that she got to handle her own motherfucking son. Okay. Look, she ain't worried about Lou right now. She don't give a fuck about Lou. She don't give a fuck about their mama. Whatever that's got going on, that's all she worried about, this business. Now she got to figure out how to handle her fucking son. Okay, he out here having meetings and shit and dinners with Pop and Snap and Ronnie and everything. And they, like I say, they grooming his ass too. You know. Now I'm confused on why they having business with him though. Why they still feeling him out when they've already accepted him in? Why they even fucking with Ronnie at this particular point? Because they are supposed to be just investors. They loan Ronnie some money, supposedly, and that's all that they supposed to be dealing with. Snap and Pop got a lot to do with this shit. You know what I'm saying? They got a lot more. They got a lot more involvement than they want to let anybody else in on, and that's the beauty of retirement. Everybody think you ain't doing something, but they really are. But yeah, I just didn't understand this dinner, other just to get into the mindset of Kanan, about how he wants to be ruled. He wants to rule by fear. That's the only way he can get respect. His mama feel the same damn way. You know, ruling by fear gets her respect. It's a generational thought process. Apparently from the grandmama too. I'm saying she ruling her kids by fear in order to think that they don't respect your ass, girl. Anywho, child. So for some reason, Pops is asking Ronnie about his relationships or what have you. So I knew this was gonna get brought back up at the particular time. Before Rocket came home, she stopped by Pernessa's. This is another disconnect right here. She stopped by Pernessa and said, "I know we got beef, but you're the only person I can come to about this information." Well, when Pernessa came to your house and brought that gun to you and brought to you the fact that Unique's supposed to be dead, it seemed like y'all squashed y'all beef right there. Now all of a sudden y'all got beef again? That's what the disconnect. That's what I'm saying. Somewhere between the writer's strike and when they came back on is when the disconnect happened. Somebody in the writer's table forgot what the fuck had already happened or what was supposed to happen, and they not bridging the gap there. But Pernessa now, you know, she don't want to deal with talk about Ronnie. You know, he was sitting there with him and his little girlfriend. She knew damn well that the bodega girl was his girlfriend. But anyway, she made it seem like he got a girlfriend now. He done moved on with his life. He happy. That's an oddity, honey. You ain't telling Rock you got kicked out your own house by Ronnie. Rock already suspected he the one that killed Unique, and now that you have information that he sit up there with the chick that Unique kidnapped, you know, you don't think to share that with Rock? You just say, I just want to stay out of it. I ain't got no business with you. You ain't got no business with me. Matter of fact, I need to go see my son. Okay, Ronnie put that much fear in you, Pernessa? But when she mentioned the girlfriend, you know, Rock did pry a little bit and found out that it was Juliana. Mm-hmm. She did find out it was Juliana. So now it's starting to all make sense to her. This is where Kanan and Ronnie are getting their product from. Okay, so back to Marvin. Gerald comes up to Marvin and was just talking to him about the interview process and the things that he know, and he brings up drug connections and the shootout connection. He brings up all kind of shit that ain't got nothing to do with music, okay? And Marvin's like, what the fuck? Where you heard that from? He said, oh, I got a buddy over at the NYPD. He's like, why the fuck are you talking to the NYPD about me? Okay, ain't none of the things that you talking about got to do with nothing, so you need to shut the fuck up about them, okay? Don't bring them my way. It's basically what he tell him. And we learn to find out that Gerald is talking to the feds. Okay, what Miss Honey said in one of her reviews, she thought that he was a narc. I didn't think he was like, I thought he was a plant. I didn't say it because I couldn't figure out how to make him a plant. But you know, sometimes a long-term undercover will go into rehab with somebody that they watch and do all kind of stuff. Sometimes they may even use to seem more authentic. But remember, I kept saying he had a whole lot of tracks on his own. They just said it's like more than normal. That's what I was thinking. But anywho, yeah, the FBI told him, though, you gonna tell me everything that you need to know about. We need to know about Marvin, everything. Well, everything that you done learned. Or you going to jail. What are you going to jail for? Explain to me what he going to jail for. Another disconnected moment. Why would Gerald be in threat of going to jail? They didn't bring up him using drugs. They didn't bring up abandoning his kids. They didn't bring up none of this stuff. But he in threat of going to jail. It didn't make sense to me. It didn't make sense to me at all. Disconnected. Disconnected. Well, like I said, Rock went over to Juan and was talking to him about the enterprise and everything. And this is where the next disconnect come in. Next we see Rock talking to the owner of the distribution trucks. Last time that we talked to him, he said he don't deal with us blackies. I had to watch it 3 times for me to see that I did not miss something. Why did Rock get from point A to point B? The dude put her out and said we don't deal with the blackies. And now she's sitting down having a meeting talking about business to him. About how much junk we gonna put in your trucks. The brother, Dave, was such an unnecessary character. He was such a poor actor on top of that. Horrible. This whole scene was horribly acted. I couldn't see why Patina Miller didn't bust out laughing. This how bad this acting was. Dave apparently is a junkie. And if he's a junkie that has episodes, why he even at this meeting? Okay. I don't even understand why he at this meeting. But he is. Now Terry, what always throws me off when the Asians come to America and they adopt a westernized name. Most of the Asians I know that done that, they're usually Chinese. Usually the Japanese, the Vietnamese, they usually keep their name. But the Chinese people usually change their name to a more westernized name or American or English sounding name. I usually get Mike, Kevin, and Anthony. Those are the 3 names that I've always heard them use. Dave and Terry, that was new for me. I don't think I've ever met an Asian named Dave or Terry. But they use Mike, Kevin, and Anthony all the time. All the time. Instead of their real Chinese name. Okay, because I be asking, okay, what's your name? Anthony, no, what's your real name? And then they be like, it's Song Lee. Okay, just say that, bruh. Just say that. But I don't think Taiwanese. I don't think I met any other ones that change their name once they come to America. They usually keep their Asian name, their Asian born name. Is it just me? But yeah, this whole scene was just so disjointed and disconnected. And Rock, said that she's going to, if she had extra weight that need to come through, she was going to pay them extra. But of course, greed getting the best of them. And Terry was like, I want the same deal that Hong got. Hong is the owner of the restaurants, right? And Rock's like, I can't give you that. But what deal I got going on with Hong ain't got nothing to do with you. This is what I can do for you. That's it. But he is very insistent on this is what we need. I want that same fucking deal. And Dave is like, you gotta blow this for us. We ain't gotta lay people off. Y'all wouldn't lay nobody's off anyway. Y'all wouldn't lay nobody off anyway. But still, he went on this whole little rant, this whole little blow about how he gonna tell mama, I'm gonna tell my mama on you. And mama been dead 10 years. And Rock was like, oh, ooh. Why was this scene even here? It was weird. I think the only reason why they planted this scene was to make it seem that she more thugged out than she was when she was in the game the first time. So she sent Marvin to handle him, the fact that he want to get more money, or he want more money out of the deal, what have you. He and her hooking up with this little underage girl who look like, to me, child, and Marvin in there with the camera flashing. Kodak this, baby. You know what I'm saying? And so he kind of blackmailing him into taking the original deal, which he gonna get paid more money, than he ever had. He basically blackmailing the do what the hell they want to do. That's basically what he gonna do. But now Marvin got to worry about the feds being on his ass. Howard Epps, he already know, but he refusing to share with Rock or with anybody that they finna bring Marvin down. So Rock, once she found out that Kanan is over there fucking with Snaps and Pop and Ronnie, now she need to go have handle it herself, right? So what does she do? She calls the social worker and tell the social worker Kanan ain't been home. This is where he at. So the social worker goes into the house to go confront Kanan. Kanan is sitting up there with Crystal, child. And she tell him, look, you got 24 hours to get your ass back home, or the next time I'll be hauling you off the jail. And so, Crystal like, what the fuck is that about? He like, that's my mama shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what shit my mama on. What Kanan do? Kanan went and told Ronnie. When did Ronnie become Kanan's henchman? Okay, you supposed to be bringing Kanan in to help do business with you, but now that's all you've been doing is being his bodyguard. You being his right hand man. He ain't being yours. It don't make sense to me. You doing everything that this little 16-year-old tell you to do. He goes and threatens the social worker. Basically, tells the social worker she ain't gonna be back to bother you no more. She ran off into her little car. Ran off. We didn't get to hear what Ronnie said, but they made the music so eerie, like haunted, like one of them horror films, like dun 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 dun. Like Jason was about to come get our ass, and Mike Myers and the Texas Chainsaw about to come get our ass, or some shit like that. They made the music. That's all they did is play the eerie ass music, which was stupid. It was stupid. It just like this whole scene was comical in the worst fucking way. So, at the same time, Rock is going to go meet with Pops and Snaps. Like, hey, leave my son the fuck alone, right? And first they did deny it. We don't know what you're talking about. We ain't fucking with your son. We gave a loan to the Urkel, but that's about it. That's all we doing. And Rock tell him, look, her, I ain't no little girl no more. Because, Pops had said something about the fact that I remember you used to run around in pigtails in front of your mom and daddy house. He's like, I ain't a little girl no more. I ain't jumping rope. I'm about business right now. I'm standing on mine. Leave my son the fuck alone, or you gonna fuck around and find out, right? And, so Pops, he gave this whole diatribe. It was really good. His whole diatribe about who the fuck he is and where he been in this business. It's almost, you hear like the ancestor. Matter of fact, he told that motherfucker, he said, when you look at me, just notice your motherfucking ancestor sitting in front of you and your living ancestor sitting in front of you, some shit like that. He broke it down so motherfucking cold, so motherfucking gangster for her. I was like, ooh, Rock just got, she got slapped like a baby. You know what I'm saying? But then Rock came back like, I don't give a fuck. Fucking old heads. Like I said, I was about to say it's about the older black generation and the younger black generation in the protest. You got an older way of doing things, and a more traditional way, and a more known way to go out and march and protest. And then you got the younger ones just want to burn that shit down. Rock told them motherfuckers, don't nobody give a fuck about y'all old ass motherfuckers. I always talking about who did something first and who started this and who did that. Only thing that really fucking matters is the one who's still standing in the end. The motherfucker that turn out the lights. I'm gonna turn out the lights on y'all motherfucking ass if y'all leave my motherfucking son alone, bitch. Okay? And Pops was like, you know what? I don't think this is worth it. This is it really gonna be? We gonna be dealing with all this shit, fucking around with Ronnie? Is it really worth it? And Snaps tell her, look, her, I don't give a fuck about Ronnie no more. This ain't got nothing to do with Ronnie. This ain't got nothing to do with Kanan. This got to do with the fact that this bitch had the nerve to come up in my motherfucking spot and try to check me about what the fuck I do. Now it's about me. Woo! Come on, Wendell Pierce. Come on, Wendell Pierce. I love him in this role. I do. I just want to see snap on that ass for real. You know what I'm saying? Ooh wee. Okay. So yeah, so now Rock got problems that she don't really realize. And Rock was like, you don't realize who I got standing behind me. She talking about Stefano. And he said, I don't give a fuck about Stefano. She broke him off a piece back in the day. We got that motherfucker under control. And he gonna keep supplying your ass until we tell him to shut you the fuck down. Okay? You be out here dry and fucking around with me. Okay? And Rock said, I never do that. I never do that. I stay wet. I got my snorkeling gear. Try me if you want to. You know, she was standing on her own too. And she was standing on her own. They was going back and forth at it, but I did like the dialogue. Whoever wrote Wendell Pierce lines, kudos for that. Okay, so what we got going on, child? What's that boy name? Fame getting a job with Shirley. Lou, he 3 sheets to win. Try to get himself killed. Out there in the streets bad. They gotta find his motherfucking ass. Marvin ain't got time to find his brother and take care of him because Rock done sent his ass on a little adventure trying to blackmail Terry into doing business with them, or she gonna lose her business with Quan. In addition, she gotta handle Kanan. So she gotta damn it, did that happen this episode? She got to handle Kanan, so she sent the social worker, but Kanan had Ronnie handle the social worker, so he ain't gonna worry about that shit no more. He gonna get his mama back. I just don't remember if it happened already. Oh shit! Don't tell me if it was in the sneak peek, because I accidentally saw sneak peek at the end, and that's what be fucking me up. Let's see. Marvin got the feds hot on his ass, and Epps know, but don't give a fuck. He gonna help bury him. He is gonna help bury him. But then Burke has got his eye on Epps now. I don't know how he jumped to that. I don't know how he just jumped to that again. Especially since Burke seemed to be so comforting and consoling of one. Why would he automatically say, but that's Burke? I mean, your daughter did mention it a long time ago, but you said she was just obsessed with him. And Elena didn't give you no information to help you out with that. Rock gotta handle her son. She threatened Pops and Snaps. Ronnie, oh shit, one of the other things. Damn, that's long. Okay, Rock. She gonna handle Juliana. Okay, the chick is coming home to roost. So she goes over and talks to the cousin. I keep forgetting his damn name. But she tell the cousin that, yeah, yo, Juliana done cut you out. She making deals behind your back, okay? She doing you the same way she did me. Okay? Y'all notice Rock snitch on everybody. Everybody always talking about people don't be snitching. We can't snitch, don't snitch on it. Rock is always snitching on somebody. She always run tail datting on every motherfucking body. Everybody. Okay? She went and told Juliana cousin, he gave her the okay to go ahead and off her ass, right? So Rock went over to her crib. She let her know how she fucking felt about her ass. Say, bitch, I'm coming to get you. Oh, I'm here to get you. I ain't coming. I'm here. Okay? Remember how you fucked me over? Payback is a bitch, right? And she gunned her ass down. She looked to keep it a little pullback ponytail and everything up. She gunned her motherfucking ass down. Pow, pow, pow. 3 shots. I was surprised she did 3 because Rock always say do 2. But she did 3 shots, right? And she killed him. She bye-bye, gone. Now, if Ronnie can give a fuck about Juliana, which I don't see how or why he would, then it's going to piss him off and make him go after Rock. Okay? But we already got Snaps coming after Rock just for coming talking nigga slick to him. Yeah. But she just cut off that water supply on that end. I don't know where Juliana was getting her dope from. Because I didn't think that her cousin was dealing with heroin. She was getting it from, oh, child. But yeah, just cut off that water supply for a second. When them floodgates open back up, though, baby. All right, y'all. I didn't mean for this video to be this damn long. Y'all, thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for being patient. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And we will see you in the season finale. I will let y'all know by Friday if I'm going to do a live review. All right. Peace.